Hello and good morning, Australian agents. We are so happy to have Leanne from Omniche Holidays. Is that how you would pronounce it in Australia?
You got it.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Well, we are so excited to have her. This is our first webinar with us, and today she's going to do a presentation, and then we're going to open it up to Q&A with you, the travel agents, right after. And without further ado, Leanne, we're so excited to have you. We'll let you get started.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday, hump day for Wednesday. And I hope you all, or some of you, enjoyed a long weekend on Monday, being Australian-based. So we won't make our American friends jealous for that. As it was said, this is my first webinar with Omniche, so bear with me, see how we go today. But really, I was invited here today to tell you a little bit about Omniche Holidays. So we are experts in the South Pacific and how we can help you give wonderful holiday experiences in the South Pacific to your clients, help you convert, and go from there. So we'll go through the presentation and then there'll be time for questions at the end. But really today was more about how to book with us, what we do, not so much training on destinations, and we can do that at any time, and I've got information on that. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So as I said, we are your South Pacific specialists. So being in Australia, the South Pacific is quite close, but all of the South Pacific islands are very, very different. So we have been in the industry for over 15 years. We don't sell the world, we sell specifically the South Pacific. So we are specialists in that field. All of our agents, in fact, all of our business travel to the South Pacific quite often, whether it be for work or for leisure. So they know these destinations like the back of their hands. We are here to help make your clients' dreams a reality and help you convert those bookings. So please use us to your advantage, and we can help you convert those bookings. These are some of the destinations that we do. So we've got here, obviously, Fiji. I'm sure you will have all quoted on that at one stage or another, being in Australia. The Cook Islands, which is a little bit niche, but still high on our list. Lord Howe, if any of you have ever had the opportunity to visit this island, it's World Heritage List. Absolutely gorgeous. It's actually one where Chris Hemsworth and the Hemsworth brothers frequent quite a bit. And then we've also got Norfolk Island. So a lot of history on Norfolk Island. Our founder and managing director is actually from Norfolk Island, and he's one of the original descendants of the Bounty that stopped there way back when. So lots of history and one of our top selling destinations. We also have Samoa, so a very casual, laid back island destination. Vanuatu, which has had some airline problems over the last little bit, but nice and close, super easy to get to, super easy to explore. We also have New Caledonia, so there's a little bit of things going on over there at the moment, so hopefully that will be up and running in no time. We'll be able to sell more packages there. Solomon Islands, so that's a little bit unique and off to the side, but we do definitely sell it and are specialists in that field. We've got the beautiful Tahiti, so very exotic, a little bit further for Australians, but it's sort of a once in a lifetime holiday that they get to go on. Tonga in the Pacific, Niue, which is very small but gorgeous, and lastly Pitcairn Island, which is a bit of history from Norfolk. They originally came from Pitcairn Island, so we've got that from a specialist point of view, and obviously because our managing director Matt is from Norfolk, so very dear to his heart. So those are the destinations that we do at the moment, although hopefully we'll be growing those destinations fairly soon as well. We wanted to touch, as I said, on how to book with us. So we've got a number of different avenues, and I know all of you are home agents, or I believe you're all home agents. So if you're working during work hours, we have the 1-800 number. You'll get through to our res guys who are a wealth of knowledge and will be able to help you create beautiful bookings. So we're open 7 days a week, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m, Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m, which is a bit unusual for a wholesaler. So just think of us if you're working on the weekends. We'll fully open, and that is Queensland time. So unfortunately, we don't have daylight savings here. It's something to do with the cows; they can't wake up an hour earlier. So, so yeah, we're on Queensland time. The other option that we have for you to contact us is via our website. So just pop onto omnicheholidays.com.au. The chat is available. It's open Monday to Friday, 9 till 4:30. So that would be, you know, a quick question. Oh, can I have twin bedding for my guests? Or can I check how much breakfast would be? Or when's my documentation going to come? So just a quick chat. We won't do quotes on chat. But yeah, if you've got any quick questions, do I need a passport for Norfolk Island, we'll be able to answer that for you really quickly to save you waiting on hold. So super easy. And then the last one is probably helpful for you if you're not working during office hours. So if you need a quick quote, there is actually an inquiry form on the website under each package, and it gets you to fill in a few details. You can send that off and you'll have a quote within 48 hours. So if you're working late at night, which I know home agents do quite a lot, please feel free to use that facility as well. Not as quick as getting on the phone, but if you're working out of hours, it is hugely helpful. So keep us in mind for that. Just wanted to touch a little bit on our website. This is the home page. So you can see there we've got all our package holidays and all the different destinations that we offer. So if you were to click on the package tab, it'll come through, and you click on a destination, it'll come through and show you all the deals that we have for all different destinations. So it's super helpful if your customer comes in and says, I want to go to the Pacific, I don't know where I want to go, but my budget's X. You can kind of get an idea of a leading price, say for Lord Howe, right up to a high end. That can give you the opportunity to start to qualify your clients on where they want to go and what they want to do. It's also really helpful if you click on the view package. You'll see here it's got all the details. So in this case, a 7-night package from $2,799 per person, all the inclusions, airport meet and greet, return transfers, what sort of room category, what are the inclusions. It will encourage you to add things on. So why not add, you know, a coral viewing or a snorkeling tour or meals and that sort of thing. The other thing, if you move further down on the page, it'll have when you need to book by and all the different sale dates, so and X points. So X Sydney is a different price, X Brisbane is a different price, and the travel dates that you can travel on. The other really good thing I've highlighted there is an example quote. So if you were to like this package and call our res team, you can quote that 267160 to our res team, and then they'll know what to create your package off. So that's super helpful for them as well. Next to the hotel, next to the package information is the hotel information. So you can see there on the right-hand side, top right-hand side, if you click on hotel information, that will take you through to images of the property, what sort of facilities they have. So it's kind of a wealth of information, and you can really use this to your advantage. It's customer facing, so if you wanted to co-consult and share the screen, you're more than welcome to. There's no nets or anything in there that they can't see. So super helpful. And that is the package part of the site. The other thing I wanted to show you is around campaigns. So if someone comes in and says, oh, I saw a great deal to Tahiti, you could go straight to Omniche Holidays, click on the campaigns area and see what we have for Tahiti. It might be something that they've seen. Or if you're just looking for a great deal to the South Pacific, you can come into the campaign section and see what we've got going on. So you can see there, Tahiti is on sale at the moment, and so is Norfolk, which is fantastic. Again, once you click through there, it'll have a list of all the packages and more information, so you can go from there. The other things that we do are group bookings. So that's one of our specialisations. We have a dedicated groups department that build or handcraft packages for all different things. So special events, milestone birthdays, lots of weddings being in the South Pacific, sports and conferences, corporate travel, Christmas parties. The other thing that we do is escorted groups. So we will put together a group package and sell into that, and we will have a dedicated escort. And generally, we do a lot of it on Norfolk Island. Generally, it will be a local guide, and they will be able to give your clients sort of a invitation only experience in that destination. So super, super special. We do a lot, as I said, we do a lot of groups in Norfolk. The ageing demographic that go there, they do all sorts of things like crochet groups and bowling groups and painting groups and, you know, all sorts of things. So, and they like to be on an organised tour and have someone looking after them. So we do that very, very well. And again, if you need any information on that, you can contact us at any time. I also just wanted to talk a little bit about qualifying the South Pacific, and I spoke to one of your colleagues, Dave. You said that some of you were quite new to the industry, so I thought this would be helpful because when we think of holidays, we think, oh, it's so easy to book a holiday, and I know after about 20 years in the industry that it's actually not that easy. And Fiji or South Pacific seems really easy because it's just a flop and drop destination, but they're all quite unique. So I just wanted to sort of help you, rather than someone saying, I want to go to the Pacific on a holiday and you're doing 5 quotes to 5 different islands, this will kind of help you think about how you might be able to qualify your clients better and make this, you know, make it easier to convert. So I've just done some examples here. By no means is this training on the destination, but as an example, Fiji, so they have direct flights only from Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, which I know most of you are from, so that's great, 3 to 4 hours east coast. But things to consider in Fiji is there's lots of different things you can do. So you can stay on an island. However, generally that will require a pre and post accommodation on the mainland. So do they want to go to the island for 5 nights? Then they're going to have to really add another 2 nights either side, which in some cases is fine, but in some cases they just want to get there and see it. There's also Denaroo, so that's got over 40 dining options, boutiques, lots of activities and nightlife, so you can sort of walk around and experience the harbour. That's a good destination, straight from the airport to the destination. Then we've got Coral Coast. So Coral Coast is very, very popular. It's about a 2-hour drive from Nandi Airport. So if you've got young kids, 3 or 4 hours on a flight, then another 2 hours in the car, they might not want to go that far. So that's something to consider. And when you are on the Coral Coast, it's very resort bound. So you can't just wander along and go to dinner somewhere different. You pretty much are there for the stay, unless you're doing day tours and things like that. So that's just sort of something to consider when it's coming to selling Fiji. Another example is the Cook Islands. So again, only direct flights ex-Sydney. So that's something to consider. The flight time is a little bit further, so 5.5 to 7.5 hours from the East Coast. And it's very much, you can explore when you're in the Cook. So there's a bus that goes clockwise or anti-clockwise, takes 45 minutes to drive around the whole island. There's no huge chains or anything, so it's very relaxed. And what I love is that no resort is bigger or taller than a coconut tree. So it's a true paradise, which is great. And then I also wanted to touch on Norfolk Island. So as I said, one of our top sellers, one that we're very passionate about. Direct flights only ex-Brisbane, Sydney, and the flight time is super quick, 2 to 2.5 hours. So no passports needed for here. You depart from the international airport, but no passports required. And a huge amount of history. So in 1788, the British arrived and created a penal colony there until 1855. And there's a long history about a bounty and, mutiny of bounty, and they met with Tahitians and all sorts of things. So there's lots of history there. The demographic for tourists to this island is around over the age of 60. And car hire is included in all the packages. There's self-contained apartments, that sort of thing. So the oldies love it. The island is absolutely beautiful. It's smack bang in the middle of the ocean. The beaches are beautiful. There's lots of history. But as I said, they love all the events. So we have Garden Week and Thanksgiving and bowls tournaments. And it is rural, so people still live there, and they've got cows right away on the road. They just let them go, and the lawns are beautiful. It's quite a unique place. So yeah, that's another one to think of. Just 3 more that I wanted to touch on. So Tahiti, another fantastic once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but there's no direct flights from Australia. So this one, you're going to have someone that's wanting to go further afield and see something really special. So 5 hours ex-Auckland. And there's sort of 3 options. Obviously, there's a lot of outer islands in Tahiti, but the main ones are you fly into Papeete, and that is generally the transit point to the islands, so of Moorea and Bora Bora and beyond. And you can definitely stay in Papeete for 1 or 2 nights. In fact, you probably will have to if you go to Bora Bora. And there's things to do like food trucks and things like that, but you wouldn't go to Papeete as your Tahitian holiday. So yeah, we definitely want to go beyond that. It's definitely not what you see in the postcards, but still very beautiful. And then we have Moorea, so very accessible by a ferry. You can fly as well, and then beautiful beaches and things like that. But it doesn't have that crystal aqua sort of pictures that you see. So that's Bora Bora. If you want that, you need to go to Bora Bora, and that's an hour flight from Papeete. And that's not doctored in any photos. That's what you see is what you get. Absolutely spectacular. Also, the price point on Tahiti is quite high. So always check. I know it's always uncomfortable asking what people's budgets are, but always check what sort of budget they're looking for. That one is a little bit higher. Vanuatu, on the other hand, is super accessible. Not very expensive. It is French. It's in the French Polynesian, but the flight time is 2 to 3.5 hours ex-East Coast, and direct flights only Brisbane and Sydney. Generally, you will stay in Port Vila, which is 10 minutes from the airport. There's a nightlife, over 40 restaurants, a casino, beautiful swimming and snorkeling, waterfalls, all sorts of things. And then if you wanted to do something further afield, there are outer islands. There is an island called Tena, which is a 45-minute flight from Port Vila, and you can witness an active volcano, which is a super, super special thing to do. And then lastly, Samoa. So direct flights only from Brisbane. Flight time is 4 to 5 hours. And it's super relaxed. So you're not going to, it's not, sort of high end. It's very, you can go and stay in a very, low budget accommodation and be more than happy. The Samoans are beautiful people. They're Christian, and if you get a chance, you go to a Sunday church day, and there's the choir, and it's absolutely spectacular. So yeah, that's Samoa. So now, after all that, you should be ready to book. So I just wanted to, the first step in booking with us is registering your agent, your agency. And I've actually seen a few of you over the last few days register, which is great. So you just click on our homepage and click on the register your agency link. That will come through to me, and I'll set you up. You'll have a code being ready to book, and then you can call us and do all the other things, chat, fill out a brochure, a package information form. The other great thing that we have is a beautiful South Pacific brochure. So it's actually in print. If you wanted a copy for your desk or a copy for your clients, please order them through TIFFs. If you're not sure how to do that, I can show you how to do that. We also have a digital copy of it online. So again, if you wanted to send your clients a link to look through it, it's a super easy, handy, beautiful brochure that you can share with your clients. And lastly, one of the things that we have is what we call Omnicash. So we want to reward you for booking with us, and we have what we call an Omnicash rewards program. So for every booking you make, you earn a point, and 5 points equals $50 worth of gift cards, essentially. So all you need to do to register is, again, go onto our homepage. There's a register for Omniche Holiday Rewards. You can see there on the right-hand side. Click on that, fill out your details. That'll come through to me. I'll set you up. And when you make a booking, you just quote your Omnicash rewards number, and then once the passenger has travelled, you'll get a point added to your tally, and then once you hit 5, we'll send you a reminder and say, you can redeem now, and you can go shopping on us, just to thank you for booking with us. And then I guess the last thing that I wanted to touch on was training. So as I said, a lot of you are new in the industry, so please reach out if you want training on any of those destinations, or you want training on escorted touring. We can set that up at any time. More than happy to help you. My email is really easy. It's just leanne@omnicheholidays.com. And again, you can contact us through the contact us page on the website, and we are available to help you with any of that at any time. And I think that is it. Thank you for listening to me.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So we have our first question is, are the advised packages prices net or gross?
They're gross. That's why they're customer friendly.
Perfect. As for marketing materials, you discussed brochures. Do you also have social media tools as well?
Yes, we can actually, and I can send this to you afterwards. We have a marketing link that gives you tools to like Facebook tiles and things like that that you can use. Also, if you were going somewhere and you wanted to have a flyer, you can tell us and we can put a flyer together for you with our latest packages and send it through to you. So we have all of that information, and I'll write a note to send you the marketing link.
Perfect, thank you. What is the most popular destination for 2025?
So for us in the South Pacific, Norfolk is our top seller, but you will always see Fiji out there because it's very, very competitive and price conscious. But one that's sort of a bit different is the Cook Islands, and it's sort of coming up there and becoming one of our top sellers. So that's good to see because it's very unique and absolutely gorgeous.
Perfect. I don't see any other questions from the travel agents right now, but if they do have more questions, can they reach out to you? Can they follow up on the travel agent portal? What would you suggest?
Well, what I can do is let me send you an email after this with the marketing link and my details, and they can send through the queries just directly to me. I have no problems with that at all.
Perfect. Okay, that sounds good. So you guys want to follow up with us, then we can forward it off to you, Leanne. Does that work?
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So if you want to email australia@archertravel.com, then we'll forward any more questions you guys have to Leanne. And then, well, we did have one question come in before we were going to close out. Are there info on visas? I'm not sure if that applies.
Most of the destinations that you're going to for the South Pacific, you won't need a visa, as long as they're on Australian passports. So yeah, there's no visas for any of those destinations.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well, thank you so much, Leanne. Wonderful presentation, very knowledgeable, and thank you, travel agents, for your questions as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and morning. Like I said, if you have more questions, email australia@archertravel.com and we'll get that off to Leanne. Leanne, anything else you'd like to add before we close out?
No, thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks, Leanne. Thank you, travel agents. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.